Oh, hey, how's it going? I saw your video about, well, it was when you were at the truck stop in 1981. But I'm from Montana originally, and one Christmas thing that happened to me once was, well, I ended up, when I was like 19, I moved to Hawaii, and I'd never lived anywhere but Montana. I've hardly ever been out of the state of Montana. I So I moved to Hawaii, and I just figured, like, my friend was there. I had saved up enough money to have an extra couple $100 when I got there. I didn't know how much, like, harder things could be, or how different things could be, really, except for my own experiences. And I was so young that I figured that they would be something I could deal with. But as soon as I got to Hawaii, my friend moved back to Montana. So I kind of had my bags, and I was like, "Well, see you to enter." My friend wanted to come back, so I was like, "See you later." And so I went and I just started sleeping on the beach, and and I didn't have enough money to get a place, and I didn't really have anywhere to go. So but I remember for that Christmas, I remember I was laying on the beach, and I had bought a blanket from Walmart. It was a few miles away, and it was up on this hill. And I bought this blanket, and I like wrapped myself up in it. And I was laying like almost, I think it was like a graveyard, because I was trying to sleep away from people that I thought had hepatitis, maybe, because like their eyes were so messed up. And I originally, when I first started sleeping places, I'd sleep anywhere, because I remember the first night I slept there, I walked up to two people that were on the beach, and I had the two bags that I had everything in, and I said, "Can I sleep next to you guys? Because I don't know where to sleep. I've never slept on the beach and stuff." And they were like, "Yeah," and they were actually kissing each other and laying down on each other, and like they were like, "Yeah, but don't sleep under a coconut tree." So I looked up and I didn't see a coconut tree, and I didn't really. So I slept there. But then the longer I lived there, the farther I started sleeping away from people, trying to get farther away, because I thought it would, because I heard about hepatitis, and I was afraid it was something like that. I had a job at the time where I'd work at a restaurant called Huggo's. It was on the Big Island in Hawaii, and in Kona. Part of where I lived was part of the time I was there, and they call me Mountain Man, and I wouldn't shave that much, and like my clothes would be all wrinkled because I'd have to sleep on them a certain way at night so they wouldn't get wrinkled. And then I ended up trading my bags for a backpack from a guy that I had met, and so I have to sleep on them, and they'd let me iron my clothes in the morning, and then I'd like work, but they didn't know that I slept on the beach. I'm pretty sure I slept somewhere, and kind of random places. And I had gotten houses there after I lived there for a while. It pretty much took me like a year to save up enough money for a plane ticket home, back to America. Well, which Hawaii is America, but it just feels like back to get a plane ticket to be able to go anywhere else in the country instead of just being stuck so far out in the ocean, on the island. But so this particular Christmas, it was probably 2002 or something like that. I've always been by my mom at Christmas, and I was laying like next to, I think, a grave, trying to sleep away from people where no one would bug me too and wake me up. And I had this blanket that I wrapped myself up in and just was laying on the ground, and I was laying there and I was thinking about Christmas, but I was so hungry that you know, in cartoons when like when there's a dog and he's thinking about to taste the steak, well he actually can taste it, like he like eats it in his dream or whatever. Like I was so hungry that I could totally taste steak. Like I swear to God, promise, I could taste it. Like I was eating it for like an hour. Like I was like, could taste it. And so anyway, I noticed on the beach there was a guy behind me, and it was night already, and he had some sort of lights he was spinning around him, and in the behind me, but I wasn't worried about him too much because he was, you know, occupied with it, and he seemed like he was motivated enough to do that. So I didn't think he was gonna like do anything to me. So I was watching him like upside down with my because my head was upside down. I was watching him like behind me, and it was kind of cool actually. And then I was like, well, this is Christmas, you know. This is a Christmas where I'm like so far away from everybody, and I'm really a day that I'm really used to. Now I'm just, you know, totally by myself and everything. But I do remember that one sticks out a lot compared to a lot of Christmases. But I'll tell you one more too. It's okay. Well, when I was a kid, there was this Christmas where I really wanted this my TurboGrafx 16. TurboGrafx 16 was like a Nintendo kinda. So anyway, I wake up in the morning, like, and my mom, like, while I was asleep, I was at my aunt's friend's house. My mom put all these presents around me. I woke up shaking. I was just, every Christmas I would always wake up early. I woke up like shaking. I was like it's Christmas, you know. I felt really good, but I also felt kind of sick. So I opened up the Ninja Turtle. I opened up and it was like a Ninja Turtle machine they can ride. I still wish I had them. Like all these Ninja Turtles, like I was so excited. I was so happy. Then I opened up this this box, and it's a TurboGrafx 16 and like 2 video games. I was so excited, and all of a sudden I threw up all over some of this stuff, you know, like I threw up, and I was like, so I ran to my mom and I was like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm so happy. You know, I got all this stuff that I really wanted. I always wanted video games. I still want video games, and I'm like 30. And like, she was like, oh, and then I'm like, well, I threw up though. And so she came and like helped me because I was sick like the rest of the night. Like probably started at 4 in the morning when I woke up, all through the rest of the day. It was like so cool. And I played these video games, and my mom had to go to the store to get me some medicine. So she left to go to the store. Well, after a little while, for some reason, I started walking to the room. I walked to where the door is, and I was gonna there's only a minute left, but I walked to the door and I was gonna like I was gonna go see where my mom was. I was really sick and everything. But I walked to the door and I see these people with ski masks. Like in Bozeman, Montana, have these ski masks on their head, and they're walking into the building. So I ran and I grabbed the telephone, and I'm probably like 7, and then I put the phone under the bed, and I'm under the bed with the telephone, and I'm just about to call the police, and then they come in, and then they leave, and then I tell my mom about it, and she was like, well, that was your aunt's friend that came back. They're going skiing today. But she actually had like a ski mask on her face. She had like a ski mask. Yeah, she had like